MCV4U1 Session 10, Chapter 2. In this session, we are going to work on questions on page 97-98 of the textbook. Exercise 2.4, question number 7. Determine the points on the graph of y equals 3x over x minus 4 where the slope is negative 12 over 25. First, we have to find the derivative of the given function. We use quotient rule. Derivative of numerator times denominator itself minus derivative of denominator times numerator itself divided by denominator to the power of 2. Derivative of numerator is 3. 3 times x minus 4 is 3x minus 12. Derivative of denominator is 1, negative 3x. Therefore, the derivative is negative 12 divided by x minus 4 to the power of 2. If you make it negative 12 divided by 25, x minus 4 to the power of 2 would be 25. From here, x minus 4 is 5, or x is 9. X minus 4 equals negative 5, x equals negative 1. Question number 8. Show that there are no tangents to the graph of f of x equals 5x plus 2 over x plus 2 with negative slope. We find derivative of the function. Derivative of numerator is 5 times the denominator is 5x plus 10. Derivative of denominator is 1 times the numerator is minus 5x minus 2 over x plus 2 to the power of 2, which is 8 over x plus 2 to the power of 2. Derivative is always greater than 0. Both the numerator and denominator is greater than 0, obviously when x is negative 2. This means there is no slope with negative slope. There is no slope which is negative. Question number 10. An initial population of 1,000 bacteria grows in number according to equation Pt equals 1,000 times 1 plus 40 over T2 plus 50. T is in hours. Find the rate at which the population growing after 1 or 2 hours. What we are looking for is P prime at 2 and P prime at 1. The rate of change and derivative are the same thing. Derivative of the given function is 100 times derivative of 1, which is 0, plus derivative of 4 divided by T2 plus 50. We use quotient rule. Derivative of 4t is 4. 4 times T2 plus 50 is 4T2 plus 200. Minus derivative of denominator times numerator, which gives us minus 2t times 4t2, 4t, which is 8t2. If we simplify the expression, the derivative would be 100 times 200 minus 4t2. Notice that 4t2 minus 8t2 is negative 4t2. 4 times 50 is 200. You can find P prime at 1 and P prime at 2 by plugging the numbers. P prime at 1 would be 75.36, and at 2 it is 63.1. So population is growing at a rate of 75.4 bacteria per hour at t equals 1 and 63.1 bacteria per hour at t equals 2. Question number 14. The graph of f of x equals ax plus b over x minus 1 times x minus 4 has a horizontal tangent line at 2 and negative 1. determine the values of A and B. First of all, we know f of 2 is -1. The graph is passing through 2 and -1. Therefore, f of 2 is -1. And f prime of 2 is 0. The slope of a horizontal line is 0. So what we have to do is finding the derivative of the function and setting up this system of equations and solve it for A and B. The denominator of the function can be written as x2 minus 5x plus 4. Therefore, the function is ax plus b divided by x2 minus 4x plus b. We use quotient rule and we find the derivative. Derivative of numerator is a times denominator itself minus derivative of the denominator, which is 2x minus 5 times numerator. The derivative can be simplified as negative ax2 minus bx plus 4a plus 5b, which is the simplified form of a times x2 minus 5x plus 4 minus 2 times x minus 5 times ax plus b. Derivative of numerator times denominator itself minus derivative of denominator times numerator itself. Since f of 2 is -1, 2a plus b divided by minus 2 is -1, and f prime of 2 is 0, that means minus 4a minus 2b plus 4a plus 5b equals 0. From the second equation, we have b equals 0, and if we plug it into the first equation, we will find a equals 1. This means f of x is x over x minus 1 times x minus 4. Checking using a graphing calculator, you can just use any graphing calculator like Desmos and sketch the graph of f of x equals x over x minus 1 over x times x minus 4, and see the slope of the tangent line is 0 at 2 and -1. By checking y equals -1 is also the tangent. So we graph y equals -1 and function, and we see on the graphing calculator the slope of the tangent line is the line y equals -1 is tangent line, which is the slope is 0. Thanks for watching.